Okay, good morning, all. Myself Aditya Singh. My today presentation is on stock trading, for which I have taken examples of Tata Motors to do some technical and fundamental analysis as well. So let's get started. First, I would like to give a short summary of Tata Motors. Um, Tata Motors Limited is an Indian multinational automotive manufacturing company headquartered in Mumbai. Its product includes passenger car, trucks, vans, coaches, buses, in construction equipment, and military vehicles. It has a consolidated revenue of around 2.64 lakhs crore. That is ENR. ENR in US dollar, it is around 37 billion according to 2022 and 2020 and 2021. Tata Motors has an operation in different countries like UK, South Korea, Thailand, Spain, South Africa, and Indonesia. Among them, Jaguar and Land Rover is two iconic British names. I'm sure everybody knows about it. So let's get quickly started with some analysis. So for analysis, SWOT analysis. So SWOT analysis is simple but a useful framework for analyzing your organization, strengths, weakness, and opportunities and threats. It helps you to build what you do well to address what you are lacking to minimize risks and to take the great possible advantage of chances of success. So strengths are the thing that your organization does particularly well, or you can say differentiate you from your competitors. Think about the advantage thinking about advantage that your organization has over other organization. It can be a motivation for your staffs access to certain materials, etc. Or you can also say that any aspect of an organization is only a strength if it brings you a clear advantage. For example, if all of your competitors providing a high quality growth, then a high quality production process is not a strength, it's a necessity. Next, weakness. Weakness like strengths are inherent features of your organization. So focus on your people, resources, system, and procedures. Think about what you could do in order to improve and the sort practices you should avoid. Examine how and why your competitors are doing better than you. Where are you lagging behind? Next is opportunities. It arises from a situation outside your organization that you have to grab and require an eye of what might can happen in the future. This might arise as a development in the market or in the technology you use, etc. You have to able to spot those opportunities and can make a huge difference to your organization's ability to compete and take the lead in your market as well as your competitors. Uh, threats can be anything that can negatively affect your organization from outside, such as increasing fuel cost, competitive products offering same level features at lesser prices. As it is difficult to anticipate threats in order to take action against them, such as involving technology in an ever-present threat as well as an opportunity. Next, A is pest analysis. Pest analysis is a political, economic, and social technology. Is a management method where an organization can assess major external factors that influence its operation. So, for political factors are from outside the control of business. Still, their importance can be understood from the fact that companies have shifted their manufacturing bases to countries where the wage-related regulations are lenient or low. Companies have to manage the cost, and the political factor can have a high significant role in that. Next is economic factors. When the economic conditions are not good, definitely the sale of vehicle will fall, and the demand for luxury or higher price vehicle is also affected poorly. During a poor economic condition, however, the taxes on high price vehicle are high in several markets. If the economic conditions are good, um, the sales are higher. मतलब, the sales are higher in developed countries. In the developing and underdeveloped countries, they are comparatively low as compared to a developed developed countries. Next, social factors. The automotive industry is also affected by the changing social cultures, trends, and people preference. The vehicle makers have to adapt to those forces every year, near models or releasing, keeping preference of people in mind. More specific styles are preferred in certain culture in some market, while the people like SUV, or in other, some like a sedan cars that might be preferred. Uh, Next is technological factors. Technology factors, innovation has become important and important for the market shares in the automotive industry. As the more innovative the company, the higher is the market shares. Brands like Toyota, Hyundai, and Ford are investing in low emission and environmental friendly vehicles. Everybody has also heard the name of Tesla, which makes a totally electric cars. It is because the customer focus shifted towards fuel efficient and high mileage vehicles. The sale of the low emission vehicles is always high. It shows that technology is one of the most important fact- factors that are affecting the sales of the automotive industry. Next is net profit margin. Net profit, how much income or profit is basically net profit margin is basically net income or net profit is generated as a percentage of revenue. It's the ratio of net profit to revenue for a company or a business. As you can see that the Tata Motors has performed not well in as compared to others. It seems that a company uses an ineffective cost structure or poor pricing strategies. Therefore, a low ratio can result from inefficient management or high cost expenses, etc. Next is debt to equity. The ratio showed that the proportion of equity and debt a company is using its finance, its assets, and signals that the extent to which shareholder equity can fulfill obligation to creditors. As here we can see, the Ford has higher debt ratio. It seems that the company are uh, uh, Ford has higher ratio as compared to other companies. It looks like the company are unable to repay debt, a reasonable amount of debt that can help you grow your small business, but too much burden can with your high interest payment you have to generate more business to break even. Next, current ratio. Current ratio is also called as liquidity ratio. It measures a company ability to pay short-term obligation or those due within 1 year, a 12-month time frame. It tells investor and analyst how a company can maximize the current assets on its balance sheet to satisfy the debts and other payables within the less than 1 year. If the ratio goes less than 1, as we can see that Tata and Hyundai has less than 1, it look like the company are not able to meet the short-term debts. Next is P ratio. It is one of the most important ratio that every investor looks before investing in any company. The P ratio is important ratio because it provides a measuring stick for comparing whether a stock is overvalued or undervalued. Value investor can use the P ratio to help find undervalued stock. A high P pool means that a stock price is high relative to earning and possibly overvalued. Low P might indicate that the current stock is low relative to earnings. Here I have done some technical analysis on Tata Motors shares. So first is EMA, that is exponential moving average. As a chart shows Tata Motor from August 2020 to April 2021 actual moving average. The direction of the moving average convey important factors about prices of a company. A rise in moving average shows that prices are generally increasing, and a falling moving average indicates that price on average are falling. Rising in long-term moving average reflects a long-term uptrend. Here in the chart, a blue line indicates the EMA, exponential moving average. So when the blue line passes the closing price from below, it gives a buy signal. As on 23rd December 2020, we can see the blue line passes the price of the script from which from below, which indicates bullish, that is a buy signal. Once the blue line passes above the script price, indicating sell signal. The highest price among the 2 years was period from 1st August to 13th April was around 3 rupees 358, and the lowest was on 3rd August 2020, that is rupees 106. If an investor is investing in Tata Motors at this moment on 1st May 2021, then this is not the right time to invest. This is because the share price is below exponential moving average. He should wait for the right moment, that is wait for the buy signal given by indicator. According to EMA, the investor can invest once the share price is above the EMA value. Next is moving average convergence divergence, is MACD. MACD is a trend following momentum indicator that shows the relation between two average moving prices. When the fast line, that is MACD, crosses the slow line, that is EMA of MACD, it is buy signal, and when the slow line crosses the fast line, it's a sell signal. At the end of April 2020, we can see that the fast line, that is red line, is below the 9 EMA of MACD, that is blue line. It indicates a sell signal. There is a high probability that the share price may go down. It is showing a bearish trends, that a falling trend. When red line is above the blue line, we must make sure that both the lines are in bullish zone, that is above 0. If both lines are below 0, then it may not be the right time to buy. It will be a bearish zone. If an investor is interested in investing but has not invested any amount till now in the Tata Motors, then this is the right time to invest, because the red line, that is MACD, is above the blue line. Next, it is RSI, it is Relative Strength Index. In RSI, movement above 70 are interpreted as indicating overbought condition. Conversely, movement under 30 reflect oversold condition in terms of market analysis and trend signals. RSI moving above the horizontal 30 reference level is viewed as a bullish indicator, while the RSI moving below the horizontal 70 reference level is seen to be a bearish indicator. Also, traditionally, it is advisable to sell when the stocks enter overbought OP region and buy when the stock enters OS region, that is oversold region. It is clear that the RSI doesn't go below 30, indicating oversold region. In oversold region, there exists buying pressure, so trader again start purchasing shares from August 2020 to September 2020, and again in November and December, RSI was above 70 reference level, indicating overbought condition resulting in bearish trend. At this point, trader books their profit and sell their shares. That is stochastic data charts. As we can see in the charts, two lines, red and blue. Red line is the stochastics and blue lines is the signal. If %K rises, that is a blue line, above %D, that is red line, that's a buying signal unless the value are greater than 80, and if it falls lower than %D, that is a red line, that's a selling signal. At the end of March 2021, you can see the %D is below the reference level 80, indicating overbought. That is, it's time to sell the shares. There is high probability that the share price may fall, so it will be better for investor to sell the shares which is held by him. If he keeps on holding, then it may result in reductions of the amount of profit he has earned till now. Thank you.